So from Lafayette Mountain to Zealand Mountain is what I did yesterday, and I crashed just about at dark on Zealand, and that would be the second ridge pretty much that you get to go on, Franconia, and then I don't know what the name of the other ridge is, but point is there's obviously no water on ridgelines. Anytime you camp without being able to refill water up on a summit or a ridgeline, it's you're always kind of tempting fate a little bit with water. You can't cook, you usually can't do coffee, so you end up eating your snacks and then leaving yourself a couple days later, with only stuff that you have to cook, and then there's another ridgeline. And so anyways, I'm really thirsty right now and hungry. Not so much hungry, I'm real thirsty though, and I'm out of water. I have a couple swallows I've been savoring. I'm about 3.5 miles, all pretty severe downhill to the next water. It hadn't rained in days, 4 or 5. This is definitely spring water, not rainwater. Usually I can backtrack them and find the source, where it's kind of dripping out, but I can't find this one. Probably because, stuff is just so lush here. It's just hard to track it. This stuff is like carpet. It's a tree that fell over, and it's now like a half moon dome of mosses and ferns, mushrooms, different fungus. There's this, and the whole forest is like this. You can't, unless you want to go destroying a bunch of stuff and tearing and digging and ripping. I'm not going to do that. If I had to, I would, but anyways, there's water here on the trail. Start somewhere back there underneath that step. And this is the first time I've taken water that's gone, directly down the footpath. Usually I can get somewhere else. Kind of had to take a stick and dig out some of this to get flowing better. Give it a few minutes to flow the dirt that you stir up out. And then the good old leaf trick right there, pour it into the bottle. Now it's going to get filtered. But it's slow. But you give it 10 minutes and you can clear this out a little bit better. I didn't clear any of this out. I guess I could do that. It's kind of desperate measures. And I could make it. I wouldn't die going the 3.5 miles, but damn, it sure would be nice to have some water. I don't know how confident I am that there's no viruses on this. After all, people's shoes that they track through all over the place step in this area. Or I might even sit down and just boil it. I had the fuel. Fuel's not a problem, especially since I couldn't cook or do coffee or anything. Get a bunch of water, filter it right into the pot, boil it. It's the first time I will have boiled water on this whole thing here. And it's simply just because of the virus potential. The filter is going to catch everything except for viruses. They have these little lights that you can put in them now that would take care of that. UV light. Guess I'll just wait here for a few minutes. Or 15. It's definitely the dirtiest looking water I've ever pulled. But I'm not even gonna screw with boiling it. It's coming out clean. I know I can't see viruses, but I'm gonna just take the chance. So filtering it, I don't really put any pressure on it at all when I know it's water suspect or dirty looking. I just hold it and let it slow trickle its thing with very little pressure. New Hampshire, at the base of Zealand Mountain. It's a pretty cool spot. Definitely a great place for a soak. Water here is mostly all just so beautiful. It's great. It's freezing freaking cold, but beautiful. I'm assuming the top of the falls here. I don't know, I might walk down there, but I'm sure the trail swings around at multiple locations, so I probably will just relax for a few and then hit the trail and see the top from another vantage point. I don't know, it is pretty damn cool to stand on top of the waterfall where the waterfall is going over. It's kind of unique. I've enjoyed that. It's been one of my favorite things. A lot of waterfalls. Like Georgia, North Carolina, and then New Hampshire. Jeez, I can't believe there's so many waterfalls around here. It's Sunday, so my goal of making it to Washington, which when I was looking at it 54 miles away a couple days ago, seemed a little tough, but I think I'm going to make it now. The weather turns bad on Tuesday last I've seen, but I haven't had any data in almost 2 days, so who knows, weather could have changed. But I'm still going off the assumption that that's the case. So I am going to get up to Webster Cliffs, kind of at the base of Webster Mountain. And then tomorrow I'll have Mount Jackson and Mount Pierce, both 4K climbs to get over, and then Mount Washington. So going to be a big hard day tomorrow, not just one big Mount Washington, but 2 other presidentials before it, and should be quite rewarding. Just got to make it, well, about 3 more miles to camp. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm definitely going into the dark. This will be my first time to night hike in the Whites. See how it goes. One of those cliffs is where I'm gonna stop and sleep. I don't know which one.